Yo, what's up, Joshua? 52 Games here. Welcome back to another Warframe video. So today, I'm going to show you guys my Sevagoth, Nuke, The Room, Invis, Zevania, Demon, Monster. That's really all thing I can really think of right now. But if you guys are just not tuning in for the first time, I'd like to see more Warframe content like this, or more RPGs being played by your boy Fitty. We wish you guys that like to subscribe button for a boy, because it's about to get good, baby. And also, no hat today. We got the hood on. You know, I'm real chilling, super cozy in the crib, super cozy. But without further ado, y'all, let's do this shit. Get the intro.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more.
First things first, let's go ahead and get into the handy dandy abilities of Sevagoth. He's super, I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty complex, but once you get and learn him very well, he is a very strong warframe. Besides his super squishiness,
you need to leave.
That's like his biggest downside. But besides that, he hits like a truck. Has a lot of different ways you can play him, but we're focusing on the nuke side, so I won't go too much into detail with the Exalted Shadow, just because it just requires just a tremendous amount of investment in your forma and your time and everything to get your Shadow Prime build right. But we're just gonna focus on the nuke side. So, not too much investment, but it was super fun to play and very, very destructive. But, okay, I'm just checking. But first, let's get to his passive on death. Become Sevagoth's Shadow and fight to resurrect him by collecting the souls needed to rebuild his tombstone. Now, if you die while your soul and Dark Propagation is active, you'll most likely come right back to life. As long as your duration is good, you should be fine. But if that's not the case, go around, get a couple kills, you should be just fine. Yes, sir. But yeah. Next, his first ability, which is Reap. Sevagoth's Shadow flies outward, ravaging enemies in his path. Survivors are damaged by Death's harvest over time. The souls of the dead build the death well, which is insane, with a base damage vulnerability of 65%, which is very, very nice. Alright, and next we have Plant a Death Seed, which is our soul. They see nearby targets during their life force. Reap what has been sown to detonate and put to enemies, dealing a percentage of their health as radio damage. The souls of the dead build the death well, which is insane. And I want to say this is true damage, which is so enemies cannot resist this damage. It is true damage. So the more ability strength you have, the harder this thing will hit. Alright, next we have Bloom. The more ability strength you have, the slower enemies become, and the more life steal that you gain, which is Gloom. Summon radio pulse wave that ensnares and slows enemies, siphoning their life force. For the death well, allies within the wave steal health with each attack. Now, not gonna lie, Gloom is so good. I use this on a lot of my other warframes just because I love slowing enemies along with getting heals out the wazoo. Now, the downside is the more enemies that is inside of your Gloom's space, the more energy will be drained per second. Now, you can lower that energy per drain by throwing on duration and efficiency mods, which is nice. And next, the Exalted Shadow. When death well fails, Sevagoth's Shadow form. So this is basically his Exalted, and now this is basically another warframe in itself. Sevagoth is literally a two-piece warframe. I'm not gonna say like Equinox, because Equinox is one and the same, but Sevagoth is two separate warframes, basically. In a way, because you mod them differently and each of them do different things. But Exalted Shadow focuses primarily on melee, absorbing one ability, you pull enemies, and another ability, a whole bunch of slash. Then when you have your soul in your read back, you get crazy crit chance your soul still active. So that's why I want to invest into duration. Not totally, but you can definitely. Duration would not hurt. Before we get into the build, I'm going to show you guys the Archon shots. I have 3 blue shards for energy max, and 2 for ability strength. Just get an additional 30%, just because I like having a bit extra ability strength, if you know what I mean.
We do not care.
For the build, we're going corrosive projection, prime sure-footed, bulk augmented. You don't need prime sure-footed, you can just go handspring. It's just as good, but if you're shield getting, you go fortitude and sure-footed. For complete 100%, next up, arcane energize, equilibrium, stretch, prime continuity, adaptation, lion rage, arcane intensify, shadow haze, and dark propagation. Now, the reason I chose arcane intensify just because we gain an additional 30% while our gloom is active, which is very, very nice, very, very nice. So we sit with a 60%, which is higher than your umbo intensify, but also get a bonus. You get better heals as well. So it's really nice, really, really nice, really, really nice. So you're hitting things very, very hard. Yes. And I chose to go roar, which is a all-around damage boost, including to your abilities along with your weapons, which is very, very nice. And so with our damage at 6 on, we can get that about 1,000, which is insane. If you get like your soul to 1,000 like ability strength, bro, that should be so crazy. With a 129% crit chance bonus and then 129% damage vulnerability, which is very, very strong, guys. I'm going more augmented and arcane energize. Just the reason I'm running these two, just because he's super, super spammy, and I just like having an extra. But if I weren't going arcane energize, I would go arcane blessing, just because it's just so good for health tanking with gloom. So it's a very nice mixture. If you guys will go that route as well. Standard riverless build, serration, crowd rounds, 100 munitions, effective clip, galvanized scope, galvanized change, galvanized altitude, and wildfire, just for more magazine capacity and heat, and with primary mercies. Next is Latum, just to double up on that heat damage with prime target, cracker, scorch, primary charge, perspectives, auger pack, galvanized diffusion, and frostbite. And Okita Prime, just for the speed boost, prime push flat, blood rush, Mars contempt, multi strike, galvanized suit, focus rundown, weeping wound, streamer's rage, and spinning needle as the stance. You can go ahead and use each one. And melee influence, because I just like having it. Let's speed boost. We're going Zenord. Now my Sevagoth Prime Shadow setup, I just went for more range just so we can suck enemies in more, or gather enemies better, really. So that's why I chose a lot more range, but along with some duration and a bit of damage as well. But more augmented, more efficiency, and preparation, just so we spawn when we go into our, when we have unlimited energy. Not, we start with all our energy, not unlimited. We start with all our energy, just on what I'm talking about. We're going melee duplicate, vicious frost, volcanic itch, most impact, fever strike, galvanized steel, blood rush, condition overload, and pressure point, which is very, very nice. Very, very nice. Next for the paint, we're going shade prime because we are invisible this whole time. Duplex spawn, because we have more energy orbs dropping, shield charger, vacuum, regen, contagious spawn, just to spread our cold, average for more weapon damage for our weapons when we come out of stuff, just in case, enhanced vitality, and ghost. And we're going Sevagoth Prime, baby. This time I decided to go viral and electricity instead of heat, just because I like a little CC, a little shock animation. Really nice. No, you know, nice little fire like championship, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you guys made it this far, comment Sevagoth. And hey guys, I'm out. You did catch the next one. Peace.
I feel like Bruno, but call me Uno, cause I got one of them with me. And I'm a beast, pity, this shit gon' bang, shitty, gotta put on for my city, bitch, I keep everything I think I had enough, all this money got me acting up. Niggas be mad as fuck, cause they know I got a